Right, the next thing we have to do is we have to find our top line on our last, our outside and inside joint, and our girth line. So to get that, the important point, there's one point that's already there, is at the back here. You'll find your back height, which is indicated by a mark or mostly a little nail indicates the back height. In this case, it's a size 4 last, so it will be 52 millimeters from the feather edge down here to there will be our back height. The inside and outside joints is found by putting the last against a table, which I'll illustrate here. If this is our table side, we put our last at 45-degree angles against the table. In the area here where it separates from the table, that's where our joint is. And the same here, if we take our last like this and put the feather edge against the table at 45-degree with the back against the table, and that against the table edge, we will find there where it separates, the front part where it separates, makes the V, that's where our joint is. And you will see our inside joint is much more further than our outside joint. Then we will take a tape, and this is kind of difficult to hold sometimes, so the best is to hold it from the bottom and then place a finger on it where the tape is on the front side of our marker here. See, there's our marker, the tape is on the front, and the same there on the inside, our tape is on the front, and then we can mark this down there like that. Okay, then we take half the distance here, which got 70. We measure just the outside of from there to the joint, measure that, and we have 70, and 35 is halfway, and that point there is called our top line point. Then we take, it's also very difficult, you need 3 hands to do this job, so it takes a bit of practice. Put your tape on the top end of the back height. Don't put it on the bottom end, because as in sandals, your strap will move to the narrowest place. So keep it on the top there, and on the top here by your top line point, and you draw your top line. So this is now more or less what you have as on the sketch. On a sketch that you should have drawn by now, is you have your vam point, your joint, your top line point, and your back height in place. The next thing we're going to do is to measure the joint, the vamp to the top of the last. Here we get 8, so we more or less 27, approximately 27, it's a very rough estimate, but it's good enough. A millimeter stuff won't do any problem. So we've got our cone now divided into 3 pieces, and the purpose of that is to draw 2 extra lines parallel to our girth. So we draw 2 parallel lines, just more or less parallel. It's not like it has to be 100%. We need those parallel lines, and that is now our last marked and prepared to remove from the surface.